For thousands of years, nothing really changed. A farmer in ancient Rome lived almost the same life as a farmer in 1700. Same tools, same struggles, same limits. Then suddenly, everything accelerated. In less than 200 years, humanity went from hand tools to machines powerful enough to reshape the planet. Cities exploded. Empires shifted. Time itself was redefined. This is the story of the moment humans stopped working with nature and started overpowering it. This is the Industrial Revolution. For over 10,000 years, human life moved to a natural rhythm, sunrise to sunset, season to season. Energy came from muscle, wind, and water, nothing more. Production was local, slow, limited. But in the late 18th century, in the coal-rich lands of Great Britain, that ancient rhythm shattered. For the first time in history, humans unlocked the stored energy of the earth itself and turned it into power. Power that would drive machines. Power that would build cities. It's power that would change everything. Why Britain? The 5 pillars. This revolution didn't happen randomly. Britain had 5 key advantages. First, agricultural efficiency. New tools meant fewer farmers could produce more food, freeing millions to work elsewhere. Second, political stability. Property rights were protected. Businesses could grow. Risk was rewarded. Third, geography. An island filled with rivers and coastlines, perfect for trade and transport. Fourth, scientific thinking. A culture built on experimentation, curiosity, and invention. And fifth, the most important, high wages and cheap coal. In Britain, labor was expensive, but energy was cheap. So instead of hiring more workers, people built machines. Textile revolution. It all began with cloth. Before factories, production happened in homes, a system called the putting out system. Families spun thread and wove fabric by hand. Slow, simple, predictable. But demand exploded, especially for cotton, known as white gold. There was just one problem. India already dominated the market. Cheaper labor, better quality. So Britain had 2 choices: compete or innovate. They chose innovation. In 1733, the flying shuttle doubled weaving speed overnight. Then came the spinning jenny, allowing one worker to spin multiple threads at once. Then the water frame, too big for homes, powered by rivers. And finally, the spinning mule, stronger, finer, faster. This wasn't evolution. This was explosion. By 1850, cotton imports had multiplied hundreds of times, and Manchester became the world's first industrial city. The dark side of progress. But progress had a cost. British factories flooded the market with cheap cloth, destroying traditional industries, especially in India. Millions lost their livelihoods. At the same time, inside Britain, cities grew faster than they could handle. Slums spread. Disease thrived. Cholera, typhoid, pollution everywhere. In some areas, half of all children didn't survive. Factories demanded 12 to 14-hour shifts, 6 days a week. Children as young as 8 worked inside dangerous machines. Cheap, replaceable. Invisible, this was the reality behind the machines. Steam power, the game changer, while textiles changed production. Steam changed power itself. Coal mines kept flooding. And solving that problem led to something revolutionary. The steam engine. Early versions worked, but wasted huge amounts of energy. Then came James Watt. His improvement, the separate condenser, changed everything. Suddenly, engines became efficient, reliable, scalable. Now machines didn't need rivers. They could be built anywhere. Steam-powered factories, powered iron production, powered transportation. It created an invisible army of mechanical workers. Iron, railways, and expansion. Coal led to iron. Iron led to infrastructure. Using coke instead of wood. Iron production exploded. Bridges, machines, railways. Then came the railroads. For the first time, goods and people could move at unprecedented speed. Cities connected, markets expanded. The world started shrinking. Urban revolution. People flooded into cities. In 1800, only 3% of humans lived in urban areas. By the end of the century, it was nearly 50%. Life changed completely, from working with nature to working against the clock. Time became money. Discipline replaced freedom. Global spread. Britain tried to keep its secrets, but it couldn't. Belgium industrialized next, then France, then Germany. The United States introduced mass production with interchangeable parts. And Japan rapidly modernized after the Meiji Restoration. The revolution had gone global. Resistance and ideas. Not everyone accepted it. Workers destroyed machines, protested, fought back. This gave birth to labor unions and new ideas. Thinkers like Karl Marx saw exploitation. Artists saw destruction of nature. Second Industrial Revolution. Then came the next wave. Steel replaced iron. Electricity replaced steam. Oil replaced coal. Factories became more powerful. Cities never slept. Communication became instant. Mass consumption began. Conclusion: powerful ending. Looking back, the Industrial Revolution was more than a technological shift. It was a transformation of human identity. We stopped adapting to nature and forced nature to adapt to us. It gave us speed, convenience, power beyond imagination, but also inequality, pollution, and consequences we are still facing today. That first spark didn't just build machines, it built the modern world. And every second of our fast-moving lives is powered by that moment. History doesn't just tell us where we came from, it shows us where we're going. And this was the revolution that changed everything.